Tara?
I am.
Okay.
I am. So I can't stay too long, but I did want to jump on and listen a little bit.
Okay.
Hi, Tara.
So glad to see you,
Hi.
kiddo.
I know. I love you. So nice to see you. I can't believe I'm seeing everybody after all this COVID and crazy stuff.
Here's Nancy coming on.
Okay, Nancy.
What do you think, Sherry? You give it another minute or two and then we can.
Let's see, it's now exactly 11 o'clock. Okay, we
I
wish
put
that
the
Steve,
agenda in the chat there, Mayor Greenwell.
Yep.
And we certainly won't keep you for the whole hour. So
No.
Willing to join us.
but we did have some nice questions, especially for Steve, as soon as Nancy gets on here.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Nancy, can you see video at the bottom of your screen? It says video.
I see where it says my name but it's not a picture of me, but I see my name.
But underneath, are you on your iPad?
I am.
So is Patrick, and Patrick,
Might
how
be
did
at
you
the top.
get?
It's up on top on mine.
Okay, I see you. I see Sherry, I see Andrew, but I don't see me. I just see, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
There should
Across
be a
the-
little camera.
Across the
somewhere.
top, if I tap above our pictures, it comes up and it shows you where the camera turned
There
on.
you are, Nancy.
There I am. Okay,
There it
it
is.
was on
Hey,
the top,
Nancy.
Patrick. It was. Hi, Andrew.
Good to see you again.
Yes, you
Hi,
too.
Nancy.
Exciting stuff.
There
Hi,
she
Patrick.
is.
And
This is-
Hey,
Steve,
Chrissy. Hi, Ann Louise.
Hi, here's Chris.
Yes, hi,
is
Chris.
here with me.
Yes, I see you
and
guys.
we have Steve here, Nancy, and Steve is the artist. And I know you
Okay.
had some questions for him when we get
Where
to
is-
it.
I don't see him. Does he?
He's,
I apologize. I'm on my
oh, he's not on.
Android.
Oh, there. I
and
hear you.
I don't-
Yeah.
I don't see any direction. I feel fortunate to be in the meeting itself. I'm not afraid to touch anything.
Okay, he's on his
I'm
phone.
here. I see you all.
Okay. Well,
Looking
I
good,
went to
Mayor.
the top. I went to the top and got on the video. I don't know if that's something you should do.
Well,
Steve.
voice is better than nothing. So
Yes, it is.
I think let's not lose Steve.
Yeah, we won't lose Steve. He can hear us and that's the main thing. Okay. Okay. Good.
Okay, so it is now 11:03. I don't know if we're going to get anyone else at this point.
I think we
Okay.
kick it off, Sherry. Does everyone see the agenda? Nancy, can you see the agenda?
I
read
saw-
it.
I
Well,
did read it.
I've got
I read it. Yeah, I saw it then when I first looked. Yeah, I
Close
saw
it
it.
again, 'cause I think once
Okay.
you sign on, it goes, there we go.
Okay, there's you. Okay. To everyone.
So Sherry's the one that has to gavel in.
Oh, okay, I just thought I'd be waiting. All right,
Yeah.
well, I guess whoever pops on will just be popping on. But anyway, this is quite a momentous occasion for us because we're going to be going full circle from the beginning of our story back to Morganfield, where it all started. And I thought that we would introduce ourselves quickly to you, Mayor and Steve. So Patrick, will you just say your name and what branch of the family that you come from?
Noel Patrick Huber. My grandfather was Noel Williams. And my mother was Helen Williams. And I came from all of that.
Yes, you did.
Lot there.
And I guess mostly we have Noel's family very well represented.
Yes, yes, we do. I am definitely part of that.
So Nancy, I guess you could go next.
Okay, so I'm Nancy Williams Fessler, and my grandfather is also Noel Williams, same as Patrick. And so we're in that line. Our parents came from that, and that's how we're here.
Right, and then Anne and Chris.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, I'm Mary Christine and I'm from Noel Williams, my grandfather. And my mother was Helen, the same as Patrick. Patrick and I are brother
We're
and sister.
related.
Yeah,
Yes.
take that.
Yes,
So
we
anyway,
heard, we knew that. We heard that. Oh, is that you, Tara?
I'm here. Yes. Hi there.
Yes. Hi there. Tara also comes from the Williams line.
Yes, I'm the baby of the family, I think, on my
I think you are.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm the youngest cousin from Noel's side, I guess.
Yes.
And my dad was Richard Williams. So that's
Yes.
kind of fun.
and I'm Anne Louise. My mother was Noel and Francis's daughter. So hi cousins.
Hey, cousin.
So fun.
So fun.
And
This is
Andrew?
great.
Mr. Mayor, I'm Eva Williams's great grandson. She was the sister of Mabel. And we might have a cameo here because we have a pit yellow lab mix. Her name is Mabel.
It's so great.
And she likes to come into the office quite a bit. So I'll make sure I try to pick her up and bring her in. But yeah, and she was also part of, sort of those early stages of moving from Morganfield to Chicago and then onward.
Right.
So
Yeah.
neat.
Again,
Yeah.
I'm Sherry Williams and my grandfather was Preston, William Preston Williams. And then William Preston Williams Jr. was my father. And no, Mayor, I don't know, tell you the 5 families originally was Noel, who were pretty well represented here. And then was Mabel, and then Tom Lyle, and then Preston, and then Eva.
Mhm.
We were hoping for more cousins, but we are recording this, so they will be able to look at it if they want to. So anyway, now, Mayor, would you tell us about the project?
I'll tell you a little bit that, I've been mayor, started on the 5th year. When I took over mayor, and Morganfield was dying. There wasn't anything happening. And like Steve said, we had council people that been there forever, nothing changed. The background right here is Scott Clemens, my city administrator and good friend. I am hyper, I am passionate. So if I get going too fast, just hold your hand up. Anyway, I looked at Morganfield. What can we do to make it go? We don't have a riverfront, but we've got a tremendous history. So I've been working toward making Morganfield a tourist town.
Oh.
That golf cart ordinance, our downtown is fabulous now. I mean, it's booming. I've got 3 businesses to talk to next week about moving Morganfield, which is unheard of. When I got to look at the Maybelline history, it's just amazing at what's going on in Morganfield. Like I said, Jackie Robinson, the first black baseball player, maybe was discovered out at as lieutenant. Abraham Lincoln made his only political speech right here. Breckenridge was the largest German POW camp in the South, with 40,000 soldiers, 3,500 German POWs. Alliance Cove was the largest cavern mine in the United States, which is pretty incredible. And like I said, then there's a great Maybelline story. And I didn't know about it first. And I'm a lifetime resident. When people started talking about it, I've really been pushing it. And the reason I wrote Sherry, I want to get permission. Anyway, to use y'all's picture. In fact, y'all get involved, just makes me ecstatic. It makes it so much more personal. This mural is going to be something that's unseen of around here because it's a whole history of Morganfield and people will come down here and they'll look at it. I didn't know that. There'll be a kiosk beside each one, taking how it goes and everything. And it's a huge wall. We got a green space right next to it where people can sit down and read it. Our council, like I said, wasn't very forward about a mural and paying for a mural and this and that. So I went through Challenge America in Washington, tremendous people. And she worked with me on it. So we got $10,000 grant paid for it. I told the city, I wrote a letter. I mean, I work 50 hours a week and make $10,000 a year. So I'm not doing this because so I said, I would donate 2 years of my salary if I don't raise the money to pay for it.
Okay.
And they wanted to vote on it. I said, no, you're not voting on my money. Of course, the people are really responding. I did not, in any intention whatsoever, write this to ask for a donation. I wrote this to get your permission. But after hearing about your family response, I'm just ecstatic about y'all's involvement. I know Steve is. But the beverage barn came by today and it's a new place. They donated some rare bottles of whiskey to raffle off, which will probably make 5 or 6,000. Big River donated 5,000. That's really nice. So I've got till May to raise money. If not, I said, I don't think myself, I'm losing money on this job anyway. I don't care. I work on computers. I can make a lot more money working computers than I do here. But I just love Morganfield so much. And this will be the standing thing to get it going. We had a restaurant call me this morning, wants to move to Morganfield with a nice restaurant with sit down with a little bar out back. We can watch ball games, pickleball courts, which is
Oh,
a lot that people
They
want to
need
buy property in Morganfield. And a guy just started he's going to be a national distributor of Colombian coffee beans. It's just cool stuff nobody else has. So what going to get people to Morganfield is uniqueness, and that's their uniqueness of history.
Now, the big question, Mr. Mayor, are you
Yeah.
good at pickleball? Are you the champ there or?
I've never played pickleball. We don't have a court, so I'm trying to.
Oh, all right.
I'm working on a
You're
grant.
gonna be.
I'm working on a grant for pickleball courts, frisbee golf, and exercise station walking trail out the park.
That's so great.
Great,
Okay.
yeah.
We just had a new walking trail put in on our West End Park, which 80-20 grant cost us nothing. So,
Wow.
we're doing it. We're redoing all the sewer at Job Corps, which was built for souls, all collapsed. $6 million. We got 100% funded. Unheard of.
Wow.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Because I'm a little persistent. I know him until they finally agree. But things are happening. We got
Is
lots of
there,
things to do,
is there a
at least we're
hotel
going to-
involved?
but,
Is there, this is Ann, is there a hotel for downtown?
we've got a small hotel and everything. We do have some bed and breakfast. We got
Okay.
a Italian restaurant that's making a wonderful bed and breakfast upstairs. We got an old time general store that you walk in, it's got the old rock candy, the bottled drinks. The thing welcome to yesterday,
So
and
cute.
they're booming. Like I said, downtown, they're absolutely doing great right now.
God, that's great.
So we got a hotel. It's not a fancy hotel. Henderson, of course, got a lot of hotel, but the bed and breakfast above Izzy is going to be really neat.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Well, how many people, if we wanted to do a family reunion there, could we have in the hotels?
It's a pretty good size hotel. You could,
I don't know how many rooms there.
yeah, I'd find out, but there's quite a few rooms there.
Okay.
Quite a few.
That could
Okay.
work.
Nothing really fancy, but it's not a dump. If you go down there,
So,
I'm gonna catch you, I'll walk in the door.
so Mr. Mayor, is that the old Bel Air Motel?
No, the old Bel Air Motel is actually apartments now.
Oh,
The
okay.
guy that's gonna
'Cause
build the
That's
restaurant.
where I
next to
stayed the
Bel Air.
last time I was there, was the
Yep.
Bel Air.
Yep, and it's Bel Air, the old restaurant's still there. And the guy's
Oh,
redoing it right
okay.
now.
Okay,
But downtown
Right.
Morganfield, if people walk in, we have a farmer's market. One farmer's market we had a UK ball player sign autographs. We had a crawfish roll. We had one of the artists making live art. We had singing, carriage rides. I mean, it's so neat downtown. I could send you all some pictures of what downtown looks like. It is, the carriage rides and everything are amazing. But downtown, and people say when they come, it's like a Hallmark movie. Which is,
Oh, I'd love to see it.
you know,
Yeah, we're all gonna have to go down there.
also,
We'll have to.
Mr. Mayor, this is Ann again. Where is the building located?
The building located is right across City Hall. It's a huge building. And if y'all send me an email and everything, I'll send you the picture of the wall and Steve, not the actual pictures, but how it's gonna be laid out.
Yes, I think we received something. We're
Okay.
number 7 on your mural plan. Yeah,
Yeah,
we got
we saw
that. I
that.
was wondering where the building was. Okay.
Yeah, it's great across. If you know where City Hall is, you know where the courthouse is?
Courthouse. Is it near the library?
Yeah, it's 1 block before you get to the library, come to Evansville. If you turn left, it's a huge lot right there. We bought a real big lot. One of the restaurants, Izzy's Restaurant, Italian restaurant, donated a gazebo. I'm working on getting a small splash pad in the back of it. I went through
Okay.
T-Mobile to try to get a grant to put tables and lights with Bluetooth speakers so we can have music all the time.
Wow.
Oh, that'd be good.
We have a tree light ceremony every year, and that has been tremendously successful.
Adorable.
Yeah, sounds
That's
really
all
good.
right.
Fantastic. God, I mean, we should all go.
Yeah, that started being with the downtown people drinking margaritas and came up with the idea. And 30 days later, we packed Morganfield.
Wow.
Okay, great.
Yes, yes. Well, our great grandfather was a sheriff in Morganfield.
He wasn't the one
So,
that ran over. I got a picture of the wall. I've been run over 3 times by cars. And I ran over the sheriff's car on a bicycle when I was in school. I got it hung up on the wall back here. Told me what him I had. Got a habit of getting run
Oh
over.
my God.
Oh,
That's so
that's
funny.
great.
well, I think you've got us all inspired. So,
I'm really passionate about this.
Absolutely.
If you know
We're coming.
Steve is really passionate. We was talking when I first got in, and I've been fighting this forever. Like I said, when I was talking to the National Endowment of the Arts, the lady was really enthused about it being so historic. And she told me they like one art project in each congressional district. We don't have one. And that's a Challenge America grant. If you were in that, you'd be a slam dunk. I said, what do we have to do to get in that? You have to be invited. What do we have to do to get invited? I'll invite you right now. So that's where the $10,000 grant came through.
That's
I
amazing.
guarantee
Oh,
you, without
that's
these
great.
artists, this would be probably a $70,000, $80,000 project. They're donating a lot of their time. 'Cause they care. They both really care.
The other thing that I was interested in is, there's Mabel.
Oh my
Right.
God. Oh my God. That's so sweet.
It's Mabel Dog. She's turning 5 this summer.
Aw,
Oh,
Oh my
Mabel.
God. Angel
We-
Muffin.
Adopted her when she was 6 weeks old and she was 5 pounds. The vet said she would make maybe 20 and now she's 55. So she's heavy to pick up. But you can see her.
I love it.
Where's your tag? There's her tag, Mabel.
Oh,
Oh
so
my God. I
sweet.
love it so much.
That's great.
She does a lot
So
of
Mabel is
cameos
well
on Zoom.
represented.
And each one of these have a kiosk in front with a light on it so people can stop and read this. That's what's good.
Very
about it.
nice.
That's great.
I
Okay,
really
now
think that's
if-
going to be beautiful.
The other thing I wanted to ask you was, do you have anything set up for donations? I mean, you know, people will want to know where or how, or,
We can either take donations to the city of Morganfield or through Grow Morganfield, which is a
Grow Morganfield.
501(c) that are downtown business people started. So.
Perfect.
okay, so I didn't get that exactly. The city
We
of
got a
Morgan.
downtown group called Grow Morganfield, which is 501(c).
Oh, okay.
And we got a
Grow-
group on that, and some of them are actually, we got it earmarked for the city where there's some of them write checks to the city, and I don't like to ask the local business donation because they're swarmed. So when I wrote Big Rivers, and the lady at Big Rivers was so neat because I wrote what was going on, he immediately called back, we'll make a $5,000 donation.
That's
So,
great.
Greg, the CEO came down, and on his Facebook page, he put that the mural's come to life.
Mayor Greenwell,
That's
with
beautiful.
regards to donations, can we make a multi-year pledge or is
Most
it?
certainly can.
Okay, what is that kind of structure, could we do like a 5-year pledge or something?
That would be outstanding. And like I said, we would just earmark it.
Got it.
Well, I want to be able to explain this to the people that didn't come today.
Yep.
So I will need to have like the address or,
Okay.
you know, the contact information to exactly tell them, you know.
Yeah. And I could email you all that information for Grow Morganfield and the
Okay.
Morganfield. The Grow Morganfield group started, probably in the summer, I walk about 5 miles a day and I go to all the businesses. And we've got about 10 people and they're the ones that's done everything downtown. And we
So
did-
that's the main one, Grow Morganfield. That's the one we
Grow
wanted.
Morganfield.
Okay.
We just got 501(c) on it. And they're, as a matter of fact, Steve's partner is one of them that's big in that, one of the other artists, but it's just a group of people get together and come up with ideas. And like I said, we always have an open house in November, actually for Christmas. And you can't move downtown. And when we have, everybody gives away free hot chocolate, free something. We have about little passports. So they got to go to each business in order to have a chance to win something. And that gives them a chance to spend business. And you walk in some small business downtown, you'll see 70 or 80 people. It's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Shamrock Festival in March, which you pay $10 donation, you go through 15 different businesses, get a taste of chili.
Oh,
That's just
so fun.
And they're walking business.
Love it.
They don't see before.
Are you going to have any kind of a celebration for the opening of?
Once they get through there, we'll have an unveiling, we'll have it covered up, and the TV stations, everybody will be here. And it's gonna be really huge.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my God. that's
And
so
do you have
cute.
a date? Do we know anything about?
It starts May 1st, but that all depends on the weather and everything.
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
think, Steve, how long do you think it will take?
Okay. Okay, are we ready to go to Steve?
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions?
No,
Steve, are you
really
there?
appreciate it, Mr. Mayor.
Like
This
I said,
is
Yeah, no,
think
really
that's
excited
exciting.
for you.
I sleep about 3 hours a night, and I'm not on meth, I get up this way.
Yeah, we need you
Just
down
say
in
you
Boca
you must drink a lot of coffee
Right.
and 5 miles a day is pretty good. That's why you're trim, obviously.
You're looking good.
Appreciate it.
That's great.
I
So
will be
Steve,
70 I will be 70 this year, so
You'll
is
be
Steve
what?
there?
I will be 70 this
Steve.
year.
Well, you don't look it.
Good for him.
Appreciate it.
Steve, are you there?
I'm
I got a
here.
lot of Maybelline on.
Maybe it's you, maybe it's Maybelline.
That's a good one. We'll have to have an apron or something.
I really am.
Okay, wait a minute.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate
Gary.
you all getting involved because it makes
I
it
love your eyelashes.
so much more, but it's really gonna bring you to life.
Yeah, we love the before and after.
Yeah.
So Sherry, were those pictures of Steve's work that you sent to me?
Yes.
Yes, it looked really good, Steve. It looks like you're really good. I just, you know, if you're painting a face of someone, I just worry, you know, but it looked like you did faces really well. I would think that'd be the
I've
hard
done,
capture
I've d-
someone's
if you go
face.
to my, if you go to my Facebook page, I had a website, but it wasn't producing anything, so I just let
Okay.
it go. But I have a Facebook page, and it's just simple. It's Go Big Time Art. And if you go to there, you can look at my photos and videos, and you'll see that I've done portraits of well-known people in the community. I've even done ex-governor on the wall in Madisonville. And
Okay. It
some of
seems
them are like 8 foot by 12 feet, you know. I take a photograph. I paint with about a 1-inch brush, so it's gonna take me a while. But I take a photograph and then I scale it up to whatever size I want.
yeah.
And then I just and I do a lot of black and white. I don't know of anybody in this area that does black and white, but I do that because of the old nostalgia of the pictures and what have you. I do historical heritage type murals. That's what my heart is.
Oh, the early
Well, sounds perfect. then.
pictures.
Yeah.
Sherry,
Just
I
go to
have
my
to go
page. I
see a
mean,
patient.
a picture
Wait,
says
I have to
1,000
jump
words more
off.
than I can.
Okay, we'll send you the rest of the video.
So good to
So
see you,
nice to see
Tara.
you guys. Thank you. I'm sorry. I gotta
Sarah,
go meet a patient.
See you next
Thanks.
That's
Have a
okay.
great day.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye,
Bye.
Tara.
Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So Steve is still there. It looks like you're very good at this, that you can capture someone's image and not look like a caricature. They look real. They look like the person.
I'll give you a story. I
Okay.
was 3 feet, about 3 stories high in Arlington, doing a picture of Dr. Trover. He's known to bring in history, he brought affordable health care into the impoverished neighborhoods, and he started doing clinics throughout the Madisonville area. I was painting him in black and white, and I was up on the aerial lift, and so I heard a voice. I looked down there, and this girl was down there, and she was talking to me. So I lowered myself, and she had tears in her eyes. She said, "That's my granddad." She said, "It looks just like him." And I was up there. I was up there trying my best to make it better. And after she said that, I said, "It's done."
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that sounds.
I've made a lot of people cry, really.
Yeah.
That's
Old timers and
so
worked in the
cool.
coal
Yeah.
mines and worked on the railroad. One guy jumped in his car, and I said, "What's the matter?" He said, he had tears in his eyes. He said, "I don't want you to see me cry." So, you know, that's what's rewarding to me.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Morganfield
That's
is,
so
like the
cool.
mayor said, Morganfield has all kinds of history.
Steve, your ability is just remarkable. I shared in the chat a link to some of your work on Facebook, and I had seen it before, but it's just incredible.
Okay.
Well,
Andrew, do you know
it's
how to
God
do
taught. I
split
didn't
screen?
go
Could
to
we-
school or anything. It's just more or less a gift I've got.
I'll say. Andrew,
Yeah.
could we put his Facebook picture on like a split screen? Do you know how to do that?
I'm afraid.
Gary,
to
you are
touch
testing
anything.
my Zoom
No,
ability.
that's okay.
I will do my best.
No,
I
no
got it.
worries.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at you.
Okay. Is it on there?
Can anyone?
No.
I don't see it. I just see this line across the top.
That's what I
Um,
see.
We
Yeah.
have to have a shared screen or something.
That's what I'm working on.
How about view option?
Oh, no, wait, I think you are more. Well, I'll figure it out. You guys
I don't know.
Picture.
keep
That's-
talking. You
Okay.
guys keep talking and I'll figure it out.
We can go look it up.
You guys keep talking.
Ourselves. Yeah, we can.
Okay, well, Steve, do you have the two pictures that I sent of what we would like to be in the mural?
Yes, I do. I got that email.
Do you need?
Oh, there's one.
There you
There's
go.
one.
Oh my God, he looks lifelike.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
it.
Yes, I saw that one. I thought that was really incredible.
Those are that's some of my work. That wasn't me.
No.
Ah,
I looked a little
There's
wonky.
Steve right there. So if he turned his
There
camera,
he
on,
is.
that's what we would see.
Okay. No, that looks really good. I think.
Yeah, I think you can do it.
I think you can do this. Yeah, that
Oh,
looks really
wow.
good. Yeah,
Very good. Oh my goodness, yes.
totally.
There's
Yeah.
the big
Okay,
email there.
how are we going to fit into the wall? Like, how are you going to configure us?
Well,
Is that you, Steve?
There's Steve. Okay.
There's
All right,
Steve. There he
Steve.
is. Hey, Steve.
Nice
Steve.
picture.
Now we got a face to the name.
Face to a box.
To a
Okay,
voice.
so will the
that,
mural
that's some
look
of my
like
small work
that
there.
one?
That's at a historical society in
That's cool.
Madisonville. That
I
they're
like
like windows that they boarded in. And I just, you know, I'm more, I don't know. I admire my bigger stuff better.
Looks like totally like a photograph.
It does,
does.
and that's the idea. So
There's the
will our
bigger stuff there. There's
will
Steve
our
up there on the
mural
left.
look like that? Will our
Yes.
mural look like
Yeah,
that?
I plan on doing a collage like this.
Yeah, like that. And
And
we'd be
Across
one
the
of them.
top, Mayor,
Yeah,
I'm thinking it like that seal right there. If you can't see it, it's far away, but it says, "We believe in Arlington."
yep,
I would like to put "We believe in Morganfield" across the top of the windows,
yep.
all the way the length of the building.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
That would be,
We do believe in Morganfield.
because
We
we
do.
do. Yes,
We have a long history of Morganfield and.
As it
we've got
turns out.
Morganfield in our blood.
yes, yes. Yes.
We love
our-
Morganfield. I'm glad to hear it's picking up.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
It's Morganfield Facebook page that I always put a lot of stuff on about what's going on in Morganfield. If you get a chance, you need to look at it, because I update what's going on all the time. And like
Okay.
the Beverage Barn guy comes by and makes a donation, or Big Rivers come by and make a donation, and they actually share it with me. And the TV station
it's
keep on
okay.
all the time, because they call me on Facebook posts.
That
Well,
bacon looks pretty good.
Looks like you could.
God, it
I
does.
know.
Look at that. Yeah,
Oh,
this
really?
is incredible.
You're making me hungry.
I know.
It's making me
I'm
hungry
totally-
too. Yeah.
I'm totally into it. Steve is our guy.
Oh, yeah, Steve, I can't believe we found someone as great as you.
I really
Right
lucked out.
there.
I met Steve right after I took office. We talked, and he's as passionate as I am.
It's great. It's gonna be.
Oh,
great.
that looks like Maybelline. What's that?
Yeah, look at that. That's it says a makeup center. It's somebody's.
Oh, I
Carmen's
like
makeup.
it.
Luckily,
Look
we
at
just talked,
that.
we just talked city into buying a 34-foot man lift, 2-man man lift, which would be ideal for the mural.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
something
you
like
need
we got
that. You
coming up with.
definitely need that.
Oh,
Um,
fabulous.
I paint on
Yes.
any kind of texture.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
And Tell them about the paint you use, Steve.
I use a water-based enamel. It's been tested well.
Oh, that's
below-
good.
I forget the specs on it, but it's well below
Mhm.
Oh, that's great.
weather we'll get, and it's been tested well above any
Can't track
high
the reference
temperatures
in
we'll
there.
get. It's a water-based enamel, but it's
Good.
flexible paint. It
Oh, it
doesn't
looks like
crack.
photographs.
They don't really know how long it'll
Amazing.
last, but it'll outdo what they've got. I get it from
Okay.
Sherwin-Williams, but I use only the best because I want it to be around for a good while.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I believe they've got paint that will last, they guarantee 20 years, but they don't really know how long this will actually last because it's new. The product's only been out like 5 years.
Young baseball, and then he was. an
But
old man.
I look for it to last 30 years. The stuff I started doing this in 2016. And the ones I've done in 2016, it still looks brand new. And I expect it to last at least 30 years. That picture there
The
is
eclipse, I remember that.
a
Yeah.
friend of mine and his daughter at the eclipse. And I put him on the wall because I had to come up with something for the eclipse. Madisonville wanted that. So I took a picture that he sent me of him and his daughter looking up. So, and he gets a kick out of that. He's, you know, something I like to include people here and there, you know, or whatever I can.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's really good.
Really good. Well, we're very satisfied, right?
Yes.
Steve, we're
Totally.
ready to go with Steve.
Good
So
talent.
Totally.
Steve, when are you going to start this? On May 1st?
May 1st, I'm gonna make a trip to Morganfield. I'm in Louisville, like I said earlier, who all was on here, but I'm gonna make a trip down to Morganfield and
Well, that's
do some
good.
measurements and try to get me a place to stay while I'm there. But yeah, I'm gonna start May 1st.
Okay.
How long do you
plan.
expect it to take you to do?
I would say it's hard to predict, you know, but depending on the weather and what have you, and the time, this isn't your normal mural. I do stuff like photographs, so
That's beautiful.
I would say at least less than 2 months, but
Couple
depending on the
months at
weather
least.
stuff, it may
Maybe
may be 6 weeks, something like that.
Yeah.
For the whole mural or just our part?
Well, it depends on how much Becky's gonna involve herself. But if I had to do it by myself, like I said, I can't say. I would.
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. We
I
were
would
just
hope to
thinking
be
of a
done in 6
possible,
weeks. I'd
we
hope to
were-
be done in 6 weeks because I paint the whole thing pretty much
He was-
with a
That's
a
neat.
1-inch brush. So
wow.
it is time
really?
consuming,
Wow.
and I've got to take it and scale it up and all that, and it's time consuming, but
Yeah,
it's wonderful.
definitely.
It's
So we're talking about July. Are you going to have the unveiling? Are you going to have the unveiling right after or wait till the weather's better, or how will you work that?
We'll wait till the weather's better. We're gonna have a big thing with cake and all that good stuff. We have it. Job Corps out here, their students and everything. If we want a cake or whatever meal, they do it for nothing. They'll come in and serve, and they got a really good group that does that.
Okay, well, in other words, if we wanted to make
Okay.
plans to come
We'll
there,
know a week, several weeks at a time.
okay.
Yes.
Will the weather be good? I mean, will it be
Weather'll be
comfortable?
fantastic. At that time of year, the weather may be hot. You know, but sometimes in July, it may be 70, it may be 103.
103 is okay. But is it really humid?
It is humid down here. Yes, it is.
It's humid and
Yeah.
mosquito-y.
Oh, my gosh. Maybe we
Well,
should wait till
we-
September.
Maybe we should make it in the fall.
Yeah. I think in the fall would be good.
Yeah, me
That's what I said. If
too.
it
That
was
would
hard
be
later,
great.
when we have a big corn festival in September, we draw 30,000 people in Morganfield for a corn festival.
Oh dear, there'd be no place for us to stay.
Oh, we'd be
Oh.
there.
I don't know if we can make it then, but not when all that's going on. That sounds like
Sure,
fun.
I've got
though.
your book order, by the way. So, because after Rebecca read it, she was really ecstatic. She was ecstatic about it. She said it's so intriguing.
Okay, well, I was just thinking about the possibility of renting vacation rentals. Like I found one that had 7 bedrooms.
Yep.
Or 7 beds, I think. But, so I didn't need to know, a
Well,
little
we,
bit so that we could, I don't want to stay in Louisville, I want to be in Morganfield.
We could keep
Yeah.
it up for a couple of weeks if we can get a rough time. You say 2 months, Steve, you think?
Yes, I would
June,
say
like
July.
at least
2
2
months would be no
months.
problem. I'm giving myself a little leeway because of weather and what
We
have
could,
you.
we could make it something like July 1st or something. We'd be May and June, it'd actually be, yeah.
All right, wow. I guess you can let us know as the
Yeah.
project
Exactly,
progresses.
yeah.
Yeah, just tell us as it goes and
Right.
give us a little notice and
Yeah,
we
we
can
definitely
make
will.
plans
I'll
to be
definitely
there.
keep you updated.
Yeah.
If you're looking
And
at this
talk to
Facebook
those
page, really see
B
what's
and
going on.
Bs.
Yeah, we might.
Okay, well, okay, family, are we happy with the picture of Mabel and Tom Lyle and the little box of Maybelline?
Yes, I think that's
Yes.
perfect.
Okay,
Yes.
so we're now the nucleus of this decision-making.
Yes, we are.
And
So we say
we're gonna go
go.
with that then.
Yeah,
I
think
think
it sounds
that's a
great.
good one.
yeah,
I
me
really
too.
want to tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all being involved because it's really hard to get hold of somebody that calls back. Kennedy did, tell you down here, you went to the webpage, it was real unpersonal. I don't know if I ever heard anything from them. The Jackie Robinson Foundation, I haven't heard anything from them. So, but to get hold of somebody that's involved like y'all are, the Steve was like me, how are we gonna make it Maybelline without looking like a billboard?
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah,
glad y'all got involved
exactly.
because I didn't really know. I didn't want it to look like a Maybelline billboard or
No,
something.
No,
And
we wanted to have some heart, put some heart in it.
yes, I'm
Yes.
glad you sent me some
some real
something to work
pictures. Yeah,
Everything Steve does, he puts his whole heart into. I say that.
yeah, that's great. It
I
sure
put my
looks
heart
that
in
way.
my painting like the mayor puts his into Morganfield.
Yeah.
I do
That's
have
So
a-
great.
Steve, what I was thinking about with those two pictures, since they're both squares.
Yep.
How will you incorporate that? Maybe like put it in a circle with some filigree around it and, something quaint and sweet, or what do you think? Or will it just be the squares?
I will probably put it in a background type of formation. I don't know if it'd be a oval or whatever, and then kind of place the photographs on top of it to where they look like they're. I can't really explain what I'm trying to say, I don't believe, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
3D photo.
I'd say each
Looking
one of
down on
them,
the box.
each one of those squares of the photographs, just speculation. A lot of this I'm gonna have to do right on the job site,
Oh,
make it all fit,
Okay.
and make it all, I work it as it's a job in process, but I figure that each one of the photographs will probably be maybe 5 foot tall by 4 foot wide.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my
And,
well, the
goodness.
Maybelline box is more rectangular,
mhm.
so that will probably be, maybe you could have the rectangular box and then the picture of Mabel and Tom Lyle kind of just fitting over it, or?
It'll probably be its own little collage, the
Okay.
Maybelline section.
I'll develop.
Can
Yeah,
you-
I'm
That's so exciting.
Can you take
I know.
pictures, Mayor, can you take pictures
I
and,
most certainly will, yeah.
and keep us, because, we want to be part of the process.
Like I said, I'm out there. Like I said, I get up at 2 o'clock every morning, so I'm out and about every day.
And we're
5
going
miles
to put
minimum
some,
walking.
we're going to put some kind of little wording around it too.
Yep.
Not exactly the wording that you had, because that wasn't correct.
Yep, you're exactly right. I'm glad you corrected me on that.
Well,
The kiosk,
I'd
if you
like
send
to
me
say
Thomas
something.
Lyle's actual words and everything, it'd be really neat putting the
And
kiosk.
then there's the
I
kiosk.
don't,
Yeah, then we have to deal with the kiosk
that's
situation.
what I was getting ready to say. I don't want to cramp anything up to where it's cluttered. I
Right.
think a lot of the information and what have you should be on the kiosks,
Easy
and
Right.
to do with
pictures of the
Right.
box and the people.
Yeah.
creative.
They
Yeah.
stand alone without clutter. The kiosk, I think, is where the information should go, if that's what.
Okay. It's self-explanatory anyway, when you see the little box that says Maybelline on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
After I design the
Yeah,
kiosk,
I'll
send it to
do
y'all.
that big enough to where-
Datron.
It'll be big enough to where somebody driving down the road be able to read it. I mean,
It's
bigger
right
the
on Main
better.
Street.
Okay.
All
All right.
I tell everybody
Wow.
that bigger, the better.
And, you could just say founded in 1915 in Morganfield, Kentucky,
And that, when
Yeah.
people talk about Morganfield, who knows we have all that history? That's the thing that sets us apart from everybody else.
Great vision.
Our museum out there has
Yeah.
actually got, when they had German Prisoner of War, some of the Germans painted murals on the wall and they preserved them. Beautiful murals painted by German POWs.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
really cool.
I welcome any help, any ideas. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not bragging, but I've never had anybody not appreciate what I've come up with.
Okay, you better not die before this is done.
So looking at those photos, Steve, I can understand why.
Yes,
Mhm.
me
Yes.
too.
Very nice.
Yes, they're fabulous. We're all about it.
Yeah.
We
In
can-
fact, we're gonna have T-shirts made.
Yes, we're all about it. It's gonna
And
be
where I have
great.
I have t-shirts made too.
Team Morganfield, right?
You know,
Yes.
also, I'll get some dates and everything, and I'll make a proclamation, one of them Maybelline Day too. Just to have something on.
Yay, Maybelline Day. I like that.
Did you come up with anything I can come up with a proclamation for?
Oh my gosh, that'd be great.
That would be, that's awesome.
Well, I'm getting tears are coming to my eyes. I'm getting so excited about it.
I know, it's gonna be fabulous.
You know what's funny, and now the councilmen are trying to give me ideas and wouldn't have fought me the whole time. Call me in 2 years.
God, that's great. It's all gonna be great. I'm all about it. I'm on board. I can't wait to see it in person because we will come and see it in person, Steve. We definitely will.
Mhm. Yeah, we got to figure this out.
Yeah.
Right.
How to figure out how to get there.
I
Yeah.
did,
Yeah,
I've done a baseball player, Bobby Veach. He played with Mickey Mantle and this and that, but he's on two walls. He's in Madisonville and he's in Livermore. He was born in Livermore. I've got him on the wall there. Then I've got a different picture of him on the wall at the ballpark in Madisonville where he played a lot of his baseball. His family come in from Michigan.
oh,
And,
wow, to see it. Wow.
Yeah, and took pictures with the murals and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
sounds
expect you to do the
great.
same.
Well, that's why I want you to keep us abreast, so that I can send this to the other cousins and keep
Yeah.
them inspired.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll make sure I've got your email address. I'll make sure I keep you updated.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Yeah.
grateful, Mr. Mayor and Steve, for your care and your thought. This is really special.
Yeah, it's
Well-
really gonna be great.
Yes, thank you.
Special to us, I know that.
Thank you for coming on, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Sure, I have. a
And
friend of mine
Steve.
that Tell you how, you might know him, Bill Byer.
Bill Bauer, yes.
He's a local historian. He said, tell y'all hi.
Oh, wait a minute. Did Bill,
Bill Byer, they call him Squirrel, but
Squirrel, yeah.
he said you sent him a book.
did
Bill
Bill
Bauer,
tell
we
you,
get- we
how
get-
did you find out about us? Or, yeah, was it Bill?
But no, I didn't find out from Bill. He just called me and I told him I was talking to Maybelline people. He called me.
I'll be damned.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
Rebecca's the one that actually more or less told me about the Maybelline being involved in Morganfield so much. And actually, I've really been pushing on Facebook and everything, and nobody knew. I mean, how cool is that people know local people don't know? And that's one thing I put on the grant thing. Not only would be an education for local people, it'd be an education for all the tourists that come down. We
Right,
did pass the
right.
golf cart ordinance, which has been fantastic. And summer you see all sorts of golf carts coming down. We got a 20-foot film over here. We can show movies on a lot. 20-foot.
Oh, that sounds fun.
We're doing a lot of stuff for downtown for the kids and we just get people involved.
Well,
And
that's
people
great.
have really done a tremendous job.
Just looked at Maybelline.
We have several cousins that I didn't include in this,
Yep.
who are
Well,
from,
they own the,
Well, I know, but this is back when we owned.
who are from TJ's family. In other
Yep.
words, you know what I mean, Nancy?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Quite a few cousins, like
Yeah.
Cooper, and
yeah.
maybe we should
Karen.
include them too, to the possibility of a family reunion in Morganfield.
God,
yeah,
that would be fun.
Karen Bowser's family, she toured all through Morganfield.
There
so
I
was
am.
wondering
Hey.
if.
Good to see you.
Oh my gosh, how did you do that?
I took a
Yay!
shot and it
You
worked.
look like you do on Facebook.
Yeah.
It makes it much better to have you in person here.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm
Y'all see
downstairs in the
Scott, Miami
basement.
Scott is the city administrator, but he's kind of my partner in crime. We actually think a lot like, which kind of scares me sometimes, and he thinks like me, maybe mental trouble, but he's really big in downtown Morganfield. And since he stepped on, what, about a year and a half ago, year and a half ago, he's been a huge asset to me.
God, it's great. The town is happening. That is really coming alive.
I know, we're gonna tell all the cousins. I think we better even let the Maybelline company know.
I'm excited to visit. And
I wrote the Maybelline company to get. a
Me
response.
too. I'm excited to come down there. I've never been there. Only
I've never been
Annalise
there
has
either.
been
Come down,
there.
I'll give you a tour, and I've even got a nice bar in my basement. I can fix you a drink.
for sure.
Count on me. That would be great. Yeah, that's so fun. That's awesome. Well, I have to go too, but I'm very glad to meet Steve and Mr. Mayor. Proud to be a Williams and part of this.
Mhm.
So congratulations to all of you involved. It's going to be wonderful.
Thank you, Nancy. I love your enthusiasm.
Yes, it's
It's so good
great.
to see you, Nancy.
Yeah, you too, Andrew and Louise, Chrissy.
Thank you so much.
Patrick, everybody.
Nancy.
And
Good to
we'll
see you.
talk again.
Okay, love, talk to you
Okey
soon.
dokey.
Appreciate you too.
I love to EJ.
Okay. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Steve, thank you so much. We're so excited and
Well,
grateful.
good. I'm excited too. I'd like to congratulate the mayor, though. He is so tenacious, and he has persevered so much to get this done.
That's
The
another word.
two of you, we couldn't have a better team.
That's another word being annoying, but it works sometimes.
Squeaky wheel, but
That's what I told them. When you get in a city job, you're looking for grants and stuff. When they say no, that just means maybe. You got to
Yeah.
get back.
I'm in fundraising work, and I hear you. Yep.
Like I said, I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all participation. That's gonna make it so much more personal, so much more real.
And maybe we'll have another Zoom when you're, in process.
It'd be fantastic. Yes, ma'am. And that, and like I said, if you look City of Morganfield Facebook page, I'll be putting on there about y'all being involved and how much we appreciate it.
That sounds great.
Okay.
Sounds
It
good.
shows people that these people care.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Well, this thing could get big.
It could be.
It is.
Like I said,
It could turn into a documentary.
Like I said, you may see murals of a historic mural here, but not the whole history on one wall.
No, seriously, wouldn't it be fun to have a documentary of Steve's process?
It would be. It definitely would. He didn't want me to write it because they think I should have been a doctor because my writing's not real good.
And the whole deal, Morganfield, Maybelline, the other families, whatever, just to make it wonderful for a bigger audience.
Get it on Netflix.
Get it on
Yeah,
Netflix.
but,
I'll come down and have a family reunion. Whenever you let me know you'll come down, I'll make sure I make that Maybelline week or Maybelline day or something.
Right,
I have-
those
I have the
Maybelline
right
days.
confirmation to make it better than
Yes.
days.
I love it.
That would be amazing.
We all love it. So cool. Well, all right. So then does anyone else have any, exciting information or want to say anything?
I just like to say that I really enjoyed this. It's kind of been a happy time, I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
It's better than going to a webpage and type on a portal, isn't it?
I love that. A happy time.
And thank you, Steve, for taking on this project, and Mayor Randy for all the process
what?
and thought.
I've been 4
And
years ago, Steve myself talked about it first.
I hope you get some sleep soon, but
Yeah.
2 hours,
thank
2 hours.
you for persevering this. This
Yes.
means a lot to us. Thank you.
That's the first thing I tell people when I talk to a group. I'm not on meth. If you want me to slow down, just put your hand up. I'm just that way all the time.
Well,
I'll
we're
call
grateful
you,
to-
Mayor,
to-
when
Here's Mr.
I'm
Bill Byer
ready
here.
to make my trip down there.
Here's Mr. Bill Byer here.
Hello.
Oh, my gosh. Hello, Bill.
Oh my gosh. Hi.
When I saw when he was going to call you, I'll Zoom you on. I said, "You mind if I come up?" No.
Oh my
I told him
gosh.
it was 4 o'clock, but he got here early.
We told me 2 o'clock.
Bill, are you responsible for this happening?
No, he's just a story thing. Actually,
No, but did you tell the mayor about the family?
No, actually Rebecca Vince is the one, his partner is the one that actually told me about it.
Who's Rebecca?
He's Steve's partner, that Rebecca Vincent at Mind's Eye Studio.
Oh,
And this
okay.
world
She
does
read
a
the
lot of
book.
history stuff, so once I talk to him, if I'm gonna look up something, he does a lot of digitized, he finds some history of Morganfield.
Finch?
Okay, Bill, but I still think
Okay.
somehow you were somehow involved.
No,
It's
I'm
so good to
just
see you, Bill.
I'm just a
So will
resource.
Bill be our man on the ground?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
To
Bill.
make sure that everything is going
Right.
smoothly?
See, I work on Bill's computer. I'm actually the IT man for the city too.
Yes,
I've
yeah,
got a degree in electronics.
He's my computer man. He keeps me going. Then I gotta feed him news stories to pay back.
Well, we love getting all of your information. In fact, they were asking us about the Williams houses, and I said, well, Bill had sent me 2 or 3 different homes. So you really know a lot more than any of us.
As near as I can figure, the 2-story brick house, his part of the family actually lived there. The little white house out on South Morgan, I don't believe that's the house that J. Earl Bell was referring to when he said, going out of Morganfield, his was the first house because there was a tobacco stemmery there. And then that would have placed him across the street, and the Williams house would have had to been on farther down.
Can we see all this when we come?
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna
That would
take
be
you on a
amazing.
golf cart tour. if you
Well,
want.
in Dr. Allen's house on Dr. Henry Allen
Yeah,
on Maine or Morgan?
he
His
lived,
big brown house,
he lived on West Main, Dr. Allen did.
West Maine, that's right.
Yeah,
His house is still there.
yeah, when I was growing up, the CCC camp, this Camp Morgan, and they ended up selling it to Dr. Allen, and he rented the houses out. Because I can remember when I was like 4 or 5 years old, going over and paying the house rent, and Dr. Allen rented then. That would have been early 50s.
Early
that
1950s?
1950. That was when Dr. Allen and his wife Bess were in that house.
Right.
I remember visiting him at that house.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, well, we got Williams, Allen, Sugg.
What about Finney? Isn't
all
Finney?
kinds of relatives there.
You know, we should have a Zoom with Bill, and he could tell us all of this history.
Yeah, this is fascinating. This is so like outside of anything I know.
I fixed up a couple of CDs with 3 other stories on them, and left them at home, of course. But I'm gonna get them to Randy. Father Elisha Durbin, who founded Catholicism here, was responsible for all the parishes from Bardstown, Kentucky to the Mississippi River.
Oh, wow.
He traveled it on horseback, and he established things here. Then Edwin Johnson, I think I sent that one to you all, of the turned pro baseball player, and then his granddaughter is an Olympian.
Wow. Well, I know we've got many ties to Morganfield, and I would love to unravel all of them at some point. And yeah, we're gonna have to come and stay there and
I'm going
catch
through
up
all
on
those-
all of
I'm
our
going through all those
history.
newspapers that I adopted, and every time I run across something that, well, like that last little tidbit I sent, anytime I run across something, I forward it on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for
doing that.
your help.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Dr.
Oh,
Elton, too, I noticed in one of these old newspapers, Chevrolet Garage housed the Bell telephone. And when Chevrolet Garage renovated, which was in the 40s, the telephone people had to move, and they said they moved to the Allen building on West Main. The building that they moved into is also called the Vaughn building. So it evidently Dr. Allen had something to do in there. The Vaughn building had and Cottingham building both had doctors in them.
Well, Dr. Allen had a drugstore, and I'm not sure where that drugstore was, but he had I know my great aunt Ida worked at the drugstore. Of course, he was a doctor, but he had interest in the drugstore for his patients. And I'm not sure where that drugstore is. That's not the Mason Waller drugstore that's there now.
What time frame would that be?
Gosh, Auntie was probably a young woman, so that would probably be in the 40s, 30s or 40s.
With the 3 drugstores that we have, I have been tracing back, and it wouldn't have been in any of those 3, but I have some old Sanborn maps that show back like in the 1906, and it'll show where there might have been a drugstore where a house is now.
Right, right.
But it doesn't give the names, it just says drugstore.
Yeah, I have a picture of Dr. Allen and in the drugstore, but I don't have the address. But I know I think TJ worked in there as well. I don't know. But anyway,
Ann is
there's a lot
definitely
of
the-
history between all of us, you know.
Well, Ann, I have the picture. Andrew probably gave me the picture, or you, and it is in a drugstore.
Yeah, the 3 elderly men, and I don't know what time frame that would be, but
Ann,
yeah.
was this in Chicago or was this in
No,
Kentucky?
Morganfield.
That's in Morganfield?
Oh, not that picture. It's a picture of 3 gentlemen, older gentlemen, and they look like they're in a drugstore. And I think one is Dr. Henry Allen. One could be TJ.
One of you all send me that picture and I can compare it with what I've done.
I'll go hunt it down.
Of course, Ann gave me the idea for framing this up. If we. there
Oh,
it is.
yes, that's good.
What is it? Oh, the Maybelline Company. Oh, I love it.
So I keep that in my home office here.
Yeah, just email me that picture and I'll compare it with what I've got.
Okay,
I'm a director of businesses right now, so I'm tracing these buildings down. We might be able to put some date and names to that.
it could have been on West Main when at that time. It could be in the early 1900s to the 20s. I'm not sure.
Well, we have 3 drugstores in town. And well, when I was growing up, we had 3 main drugstores. 2 of the 3 were on West Main. One was on the
Okay.
corner and one was right in the middle of the block. And it was
Okay.
a Waller building.
Well, my last visit to Morganfield, I did stop in the Mason Waller drugstore and saw Mrs. Clement, I think, was working at the drugstore. Is she still there?
That's closed long time ago. My
I
son,
was there in 2012.
Oh,
my
seems like
son,
yesterday.
I know it does.
It does, yeah.
my
Wow.
son lives next door. He bought the Waller house, and down in the basement was that marble drug counter that they had.
Wow.
Okay,
He has it.
okay. Well,
By looking at that picture, we might be able just to lay out of the building to figure out which one it was and put a date on it.
yeah. I'll hunt that picture down, Bill. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. And I have that picture, Anne, of somebody's house with the chickens, and your mother and Helen
Oh,
were
that was
little
the
kids.
farm. Yeah. I think that was an Allen farm.
Was that in Morganfield?
Francis's homestead. That's no longer there.
Well, you
Was that in Morganfield, though?
Yeah, it was in Morganfield.
remember we pretty well established that the Williams household per se was really the one out in the country on the farm.
On Raleigh Road?
Uh-huh.
That's what I thought too, because I think it talks about that in Uncle Tom Lyle's story.
Well, I
Did I
think there
send
was
you,
two
Mayor, did you get the 3 pages that
I did.
actually, Andrew,
I
did you have a chance to look at it yet?
have not had a chance. I've got it printed out, but I got to sit down and look at it.
Okay, by the way, I'm sending your book out tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Are the ants, you know,
So I'll send it, 2-day express, so you'll get it in a couple days.
Are they
Yeah,
downtown?
yeah,
Mm.
it's still there
I wonder.
on Young Street.
Oh.
Yeah. And what else was I gonna say? There was Tom Lyle made a donation to St. Anne's Parish, and there's a plaque in the church dedicated to his mother, Susan Alvey.
Is there really? Wow.
Yes, and I
Gotta
have
go
a
to
picture
church.
of the plaque, and he made a donation. When did he do that? Probably in the 40s or 50s, somewhere in there. And there's a plaque at St. Anne's by Tom Lyle in memory of his mother.
And when I found out Randy was going to do this, my wife told me, so I called him and said, "Can I come in and sit in?" And I said, "I know these people that you're talking to." Is it really?
Oh, yes, you're in with our group, on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, what else?
Andrew, are you on that group? What is
I
it
am.
called, Ann?
Yeah, on Facebook.
Just descendants of Josiah Williams.
Yeah.
That was another thing I was looking up. Josiah Williams was hired to be part of the planning of the courthouse.
Yeah.
And I think it's in Morganfield, or is it in Versailles?
The courthouse.
Yeah, he drew up, he was one of the architects that drew up the plans in 1818.
I believe that was Morganfield, I think, because I believe those that bunch laid out the plans for the courthouse jail at the same time.
Right. Okay, so that's Morganfield, not the county seat.
Yeah, that's
or
about a half block.
Versailles.
That's about a half block where the deal is going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And you were definitely house champ for Morganfield history for our family.
Well, I've been there several times when I was a child. My 2 great aunts, Ida and Etta Allen. Ida Pritchett and Etta Allen lived in Morganfield. So we went down from Chicago to visit all the time. That was Francis's sisters. And then I made a couple trips to Morganfield. The last trip was in 2012. I was on a genealogy gravesite tour. I was trying to find everybody's gravestones. And that's when I noticed that the Bel Air motel, we used to stay at the Bel Air. And then I met the man that bought the Young house where Etta Allen lived. I think it's still there. I don't know who it was now. My notes, I was trying to go through my notes of that trip and I didn't find his name. But anyway, yes, Morganfield has a special place in my heart. I joined the DAR for the Henry Floyd chapter in Morganfield. So my attachments to Morganfield are deep. So look out, Randy. We're coming.
This is great.
I live a half block from city hall. See, I worked at AT&T for 36 years. In the last several years, I kind of traveled around to places that had budget maintenance problems. And that's what I carried. And basically, that's what I'm doing to sell. Fixing it.
Well, it sounds like Morganfield's stepping up to the challenge, and I'm so glad because, yeah, it's a beautiful little town and it needs to be recognized.
I can't wait to visit.
Big thing right now, our downtown people are really enthusiastic and they're stepping up to the plate. They make sure everything looks good. Anytime we have something, everything's decorated, everybody does their part. So,
Very
He
good.
doesn't want to toot his own horn, but he's doing a pretty good job.
Yes.
my wife would say less bad.
Well,
Okay,
Sherry,
so
do we want to stay on? Just a few of us, we can stay on for a few more minutes. I'm gonna have to hop. I have a 3:30,
Okay.
but I've got a few minutes.
okay.
I'll let y'all go.
Well, my daughter, Georgia, just came in, so I want her to come in here and meet you. Georgia, they're gonna be getting off.
How far, you guys live fairly close, right, Sherry? You guys are like a mile away or something?
To Patrick,
No,
pretty close.
from Georgia?
Oh, Georgia, she's like 3 minutes away, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I'm like
If you were
pretty
here
close to Patrick
3
too.
minutes to put you on the other side of town.
I catch every stoplight the wrong way. What do you mean? There's some kind of sensor in my car making me catch stoplight. It might be the police department making it hard.
It's gonna be
That's great.
so wonderful to visit.
Great to see you all in person on these.
Georgia, they're gonna get off, honey, hurry up.
Emails too.
And Ann,
Thank
I'd
you.
love to have a one-on-one with you just to get more info on this because I love history and this has opened up a whole new sort of chapter or new door for me because I haven't gone from
Been fun.
Chicago backwards. I knew Morganfield and
There
then
she is.
basically Chicago and that's it.
Well, yep, we
Thank you,
need a
Lasagna.
Morganfield 101.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, get my email address from one of them and shoot me an email or a hello and I'll send back some stuff to you.
I'd love that, Bill. That'd be great.
Well, I want to
Thank you.
introduce you to my daughter. Everybody, this is Georgia,
I'm Mayor Greenwell.
and this is cousin Patrick,
Hi,
and
Georgia.
his sister Chris, and Ann, and Andrew, and this is our wonderful artist. You missed his work. I mean, he is definitely the guy to pull this off.
Big time art on Facebook.
Yeah, we'll show her Facebook. And this is Mayor Randy Greenwald, or how do you say his name?
Greenwell.
And this is the mayor who's making it totally happen.
Wonderful.
And we may be having a family reunion going back there possibly when it's unveiled. And this is our friend Bill Bauer, our historian, who, are you on the Facebook with us?
Hello.
The family?
Yes.
Well, Bill gets us all the information going on in Morganfield.
Yeah, it's incredible the stuff that Bill shares. I mean, it's,
Wow.
you know.
It is.
It's
Yeah, it's
really
really
nice to see
amazing.
you guys. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Like I said, this family reunion, I got a free open bar. 24/7.
Oh, that's a dangerous statement.
This family's in on that.
I actually got a basement I dug, a basement, got a bathroom and a bar and computer room down there, so
Yep.
it's really unique.
Carry out by hand by buckets and built his basement.
I came home every night from work, if I got off 2 o'clock in the morning, I hauled out 52 wheelbarrow loads of dirt. I don't care what time I got off, I bet it. We're gonna do 52. It turned out really nice.
Yeah.
Very good. We might be there.
Look forward to visiting there. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there first.
Okay,
You're the
well,
closest. You're the
they're gonna keep us
closest.
posted, and we may have another Zoom, so, and we will send this video recording to the people that didn't come, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so if you want.
As long as they're okay with that. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I guess that's it. If anybody wants to stay on,
Okay,
well, no,
kids.
because Andrew's leading it, so,
We
It'll
can,
go
yeah,
off.
I can stay on for another, 5 or 10 minutes and.
Oh,
You
okay.
got our city address and the Little Morganfield address, and like I said, anytime you want to email me for anything or give me a call, I'm usually here.
Well,
yes.
Great.
Mayor, we're grateful for your generosity with your time. I know we said
Yeah,
we wouldn't
thank
take
you.
your whole hour, and you've
Like,
been generous to spend over an hour with us.
someone has to put up with it.
So thank you very much. And Steve, we're just so grateful.
Like I said, like Steve said, this has been our happy time. Really enjoyed
It
talking.
has been,
It,
it really
it
has
is
been.
a happy time where lots of smiles going on. Thank
No,
you.
I think people don't realize how huge it's gonna be when it happens. Word of mouth will spread, and once you see it, the TV gets hold of it, or else you go down and see no it's.
Look
I'm
out,
sure the mayor will find a
Morganfield.
way to
We're
amplify.
all pulling for Morganfield, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
You might see us on CNN, Fox News and everything time I get to it.
Well, yeah, like I'm going for the documentary here.
Yeah, exactly right.
You
And
know,
Netflix, that's
he
right.
was America's Most Wanted, so it's an old set for him.
Most wanted. That could be too, but
I guess we better be careful.
we don't want to rattle too many skeletons, but
Yes, exactly.
That's why I don't want to look too much at my family history. It may go back someplace I don't want to be. And Uncle
Well,
Steve,
yeah.
and want to live to be 90, Uncle Rape, you almost make both of them.
Yeah. So I told me he wanted to live to be the age of 106, shot by a jealous husband.
He tried, he tried.
Yeah, he did his best.
Oh, sure, I've got a lot more time now. So anyway,
I'll drop off and let y'all have.
3:30. Got,
And I
tomorrow.
appreciate your time.
thank you, Mayor.
Thank you,
yes,
Mr. Mayor.
fabulous.
Reach out to me anytime, look to City of Morganfield Facebook page and see what's happening.
Will do.
Yeah.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
will do.
certainly do it.
I'm
Steve,
gonna-
thank you again.
Pleasure.
I'm
Finally
gonna
seeing all
say-
of y'all.
Bye,
Very
Bill.
good.
I will.
I'm gonna say goodbye too.
Have a nice
Okay, Steve,
evening.
appreciate you coming on,
We're
Steve.
so happy to have you.
When I head that way, Mayor, I'll call you before I come.
And we'll go to Izzy's.
Okay,
By three.
Head to that basement bar.
all right. So long.
Thanks, guys.
So long.
All right.
So long.
See you, Bill.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Sure, I'm gonna stay on.
Okay, I'll stay on.
Yeah, I gotta go, so
Oh, Patrick, I'm so glad that
Yeah,
you're
so
gonna
good
be
to see
on
you.
board.
thank you for putting this on. I enjoyed it.
Well, Patrick, it's just the beginning.